Noel, anything you want to do?
Well, no, no, not this time really. I think about the weed I wish I had.
The Chico comes out of the room, looks at Nolan, Sick and Cinder, and says, "Why are you two still here? Have you forgotten about cutting off the baby's umbilical cord?"
It's already gone back up. Where do you want us to go? Up with it?
And why have I got to be the one putting my neck on the line? This is a group effort.
You're the one who knows how to do it, and Art even talked?
Yeah, he found a ladder and went up.
The ladder is still there.
But he might help the baby. Don't you care for surviving?
All I've noticed about that guy is he likes to run around and punch things. I don't think he can communicate with the unnatural demon spawn that fucking resides here.
So, Cinder, what do you say since Noel is not so keen on helping? We leave him for bait for the baby when he comes next.
Do you want to get out of here, Sachiko?
Not when no one is doing anything. I can't go there. I don't know. Do you think if I go there, you can tell me what to do, Mr. Useless?
Sachiko, Noel is our way out of here. He's got the structural knowledge.
Not if he's not doing anything.
Noel, now you're in kissing distance with Sachiko if you keep going forward, as the creature just keeps getting closer, the two creatures.
Cinder goes in between them.
Fine. If that's how things have to be, then we'll do whatever you want. Lead the way.
No, the reason why I came back down is because you couldn't hear me. It's huge up there.
I can get us out here. I can do this.
I
alright?
believe you.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it. You need to stop questioning the ability here.
I didn't.
We didn't question your ability, we questioned your will to survival. It seems that you have given so much to your laziness that you can't move your ass and the
I
baby
didn't
will
ask
be
for your
back here
fucking
soon.
psychoanalyst. I don't give a fuck. We'll do things as they need to be fucking done.
Alright, so here's the plan.
I'm not going out there on my own.
I'm not asking you to go up there on your own.
I just remind you that first we proved to each other that we are useful, then we became friends. Lots of people came along with us and we left them behind to die in different ways. And don't think that we love you so much that we won't do the same to you.
I didn't say that.
No response.
The Chico smiles.
Alright, well, do you want to go up with us, Sachiko, or do you just want Noel and I to go?
I don't know. How do you feel, Noel? Would you feel safer if I came or not?
All of you are in the room now.
I'm just gonna let the thing start licking me because that's what it wants to do.
You just feel these little licks.
So, here's what's gonna happen. Me, Cinder left, and Noel will go up. Sachiko, do you want to go up?
Yeah, why not?
Alright. We'll take Alice up as well. I'm gonna leave Cinder right down here to be licked, and if the baby comes back, to give the baby this one.
Artie, you can hear other people starting to come up the vent. Up, you would be seeing lots and lots of veins on the walls right next to the door. On the left, there are lots and lots of paper. And towards the right, again, not all machines are active, but there are a couple of levers for a lot of them being even activated manually or charged manually. And you think there's a little hole in the wall, as if the ceiling itself and the wall have caved in. And you see there's what looks to be a little bit of a tunnel that goes up to the top floor, but only like half an arm could fit in.
Could I look at the levers? Do I know what they might be for? There's nothing written about them.
You could try to find some, but here it's very dark.
All right, I'll just pull on all of them, starting from one end, doing them like duh, and waiting for a second, and then duh.
One of the machines starts to work again, and this is when everyone else gets in as well. You think a second boiler room, perhaps even bigger than this one, starts to function now. On the map, it would be to the left. And you're slowly going for the second lever, and you guys are up. And you still have the little girl, Alice, next to you looking at the levers with you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just to clarify, though, we don't see the little girl, Alice, correct?
Nope, neither of you seem to be seeing her. But here's the
Okay.
thing. All of you actually begin to smell, unbeknownst to the other ones. All of you start to smell something garlicky and phosphorus-like, other than the smell of shit and death that's already there.
The Chico says it smells like pussy.
Huh? I smell garlic and phosphorus. What are you smelling?
Exactly that.
Oh.
Noel, you're up there as well, and now you know that the next one Artie is holding on to is one to manually activate the rest of the ventilation system.
Right, so I'm gonna immediately stop him and just try and explain what all the levers do before he starts ripping them all down. So you need to control yourself before you fucking destroy the whole facility.
One of them seems to be for the ventilation system, the rest of it getting activated. And the last one seems to be the quick safety, the one that would close off all the extra shaking room and wedging room for the shelter below.
Right, so I'm gonna explain this to the whole party and say that someone's gonna have to stay here for when we trap it and then just crush it at once.
Does it take a lot of strength to push it?
No.
So I can stay here.
Artie is gonna be listening to Nolan looking at him, and he's gonna look back to the ventilation lever and turn it on to test it, and then turn it off if it works as expected.
Alice says, "Oh, how nice," and hugs the side of your leg.
Artie hugs her back and goes, "Are you cold though?"
Shakes her head after a confused look.
He goes, "All right.
Artie, what are you doing?
Oh, it's just a dream." And then he stops hugging the Alice.
It's not a dream, though.
Being that I am now very close to Artie, have I noticed the chip in his neck?
You actually do know there is an implant, and you actually have a weaker version of it in your head. It was in the interfaces in the pods, so you already know that.
Do I know if everyone does, or
Nah, you just know that the mother and the father have them. You know that yours is not the admin one in this house, but Artie's is. Also, from the sounds that the ventilation system makes, you think there's something obstructing the rest of it. But you still think, surprisingly, there's something ventilating this place. And you can even see the door with the moving back and forth with the pressure changing.
Oh, no?
it's like the room is breathing?
Yeah, so here's the thing. There are things that basically inhabit a whole house everywhere. It is literally grown into the foundation of every house and building.
What the fuck does that mean?
As an aside information for you, there was this teenage boy who was accompanying us, and I fed him to one of these creatures she's mentioning because he threatened Alice. And then she smiles widely after she says that.
I have something for you, Noel. I think you'll find it really useful, and I think you might be able to get it back to its former glory. Essentially, it can be used for a weapon, but it can also be used to power things, like a lot of things. So if you want to keep a hold of it and look at it and try and fix it, maybe we can get that hairdryer to work like a weapon until we can actually find something else.
I'm not too sure how much I can do for it, but I'll take a look in any spare time we get.
Okay.
And as she passes it to me, can I inspect it?
You don't think you can quite make anything of it. It seems like it's either for survival equipment or some sort of energy bank.
Can Artie go back to the arm wiggling monster? The big, breathy arm wiggling monster with a little. Am I able to throw anything down to it?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. I guess I'll turn on lights if I can as well.
All right, this is what you see. The yellow bit seems to be this sort of kind of like gum-like formation mixed with bone, creating a wall, splitting the hallway in two. And the walls themselves seem to be having some sort of white substance on them. What do you throw? Do you throw the arm thing?
Not too hard. Well, actually, I'm not full Artie strength, so I'll just throw it as hard as I can, actually.
You threw the thing towards 13 from 9, and the creature is just staring towards the hallway, seemingly something psychologically preventing it from looking at the room. It just seems to ignore that one door.
Bioanalyst, trained eye for weakness. I look at the monster. Shower me with information, Daddy.
First of all, you see resemblances to the DNA of the sister. You think it's very, very strong. You think that it might have a rather unstable heart. Otherwise, it seems to share some of the qualities with Cinder's body. Actually, its original arm seems to be just poking out of its chest and holding like a piece of paper. But the other two arms are very bulky, one of them holding what seems to be the missing mechanism from the baby pod room. It's a part of the door that seems to have been plucked off. Its skin has definitely been burnt by electricity a notable number of times, while it also seems to have a skin similar to the baby's pushed over her shoulders like a gown. You think she might have ripped it off of the baby.
So in a very hushed voice, I communicate that to Cinder and Noel.
Artie will give the puppy to one of the cinders and try to slowly walk towards it and maybe go into 10.
Does it seem to notice Artie once they get out?
For now, it seems to now again be looking away. Artie, how do you go out? Because the door is creaking in a very rhythmic way. It just goes.
Can he go when it opens?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll use some of his newly found dexterity and stealth.
You start to go out, and around, other than the door towards number 10, the walls seem to be covered with this mucus-like creamy substance and some sort of biological tissue all around.
If it's nothing that might kill me immediately, I might use gradual exposure on it.
All right, so you first want to touch it and try to see how you can gradually expose yourself to it.
I'll analyze it first.
You notice it's probably something very sticky, and you think you've seen similar types of things, but this is pushed to an extreme. This could trap the smallest of bugs and things as big as humans or even bigger.
Oh, good. I didn't touch it.
And the rest of you can see this as well.
Can Succ scan the room for hiding places?
All right, you find the places to hide.
Thank you.
So Cinder is going to talk with the other Cinder and just essentially say, like, I think with our speed, we could together make it go after us enough that it might have enough to hurt its heart. Maybe, but let's see. No, just in case shit goes down, I think you should have a good place to hide, as well as you, Succ.
Already on it, sister.
Do I look over and I was about to say, do I look over and Succ is just gone?
No. I just have it in mind, and I guess Noel can find a hiding place too. But if he can't, I'll find one for him too.
I wasn't gonna go for just stealth. I was gonna use vicinity check and just try and get some cover.
Yeah, you know all the best places to get cover.
Also, just so that me and Noel don't run into each other, Succ points at the hiding place she has decided for herself, and she gives a thumbs up to Noel to see if he's okay with Succ using that one.
So I just nod and then stick to my cover.
Sin is going to be poised and ready to go out just in case something happens to Artie. She will look to Noel and, whisper, are you okay with holding on to the dog?
Yeah, sure.
Noel, you're holding the dog. It feels much heavier than a normal dog and much rougher around the twigs and boughs.
No pun intended.
This thing is kind of cute, but it feels fucking disgusting.
I mean, I might be able to get it to just stay on the ground if you would rather.
Instantly, I start to cling to the puppy a little bit more, holding him slightly tighter. No, it's fine. I'm fine.
Okay. Okay.
I bet this thing will try to eat us later when it grows up.
Artie, you try to reach for the door. The door seems to be locked, and it's a pretty sturdy door. And while you're reaching for it, you see Alice and your dog also reach for it from beside you. I've learned how to speak. You're so tall, mister. I can't even reach it. What's the matter? Get up.
I'm trying to get up and how can you speak? I didn't do that. Did I? Guess I'm better than I thought.
Artie, who the fuck are you talking to?
Just as you say that, again from around 13, as if the being is still close while wandering off, you hear footsteps like quickly running.
He'll just look in the direction.
I told you to stay down. It's very close to you, just at the end of the hallway, not looking at exactly the door frame that's behind you.
Can I pull the door out of the hinges and just walk towards it with the door?
You could try to go back and interact with the door.
Go on then. Technological and biological genius here.
So you see both cinders, like, at the door, just kind of peeking and, like, poised and ready just in case something bad happens to you.
All right, you try to get the door off of its hinges, but right as the door is stopped and the creaking stops, suddenly you see it straighten up and start leaping towards you, still not looking at the door, just going closing it and
No.
throwing you back, breaking some of your fingers between the door and the door frame. Stay. This is mine.
Obligatory Artie going, oh, my fingers! Ah.
From behind, you hear, I knew it! I knew you'd be like father again!
But we're not like father. In fact, I'm exactly like you. I even have your notebooks.
Quickly just goes away. And you think she's doing something, just rustling going on.
Don't you want your notebooks?
No sound.
Is the door, like, has it been bent? Like, is it not going to open again, or can it be opened again?
It can be opened again.
You just have to remove Artie's fingers first.
So, first I will open the door, grab Artie's wrist, and bring his wrist back in. Did that hurt, Artie?
I just saw them go backwards.
Yeah, but look at your hand. That's not right.
He just like starts flicking his fingers about. It's alright, it's just a dream.
But it's not.
He
Artie,
ignores her.
we're real. I smack him in the face.
I think biting his balls would have gotten his attention if something was going
I am
to...
breaking his fingers 10 seconds ago.
Just grab him by the hand.
I'm not trying to hurt him at this current second. Artie, this is real.
If this is real, then I don't want to be here.
So you're dissociating. That's what you're doing.
Artie just sighs.
Succ is getting really impatient and frustrated that when they're trying to help Artie and she's going mistrustful of her again as she's hearing these conversations.
I just want to say that things weren't real before, so we don't know if they're real now. I mean, what's more likely? Being trapped inside a computer, generating our own lives, or it being four cinders all of a sudden?
Alright, you know what? Fuck it. You can believe it's a dream.
Artie's just staring at her. What are you talking about? Are you going to lecture me again like a mother? Constantly the stupid Artie, doing something wrong.
I stand next to Artie and flex my arms and say, "Oh, it's only a dream anyway."
Exactly, you're right. It is only a dream. Artie just starts walking towards 13.
We need to start working together, Artie.
It's all a dream anyway. The sooner I wake up, the better, right? And he looks up at the ceiling.
You see the huge figure just rushing towards him, charging him, and then hearing him bashed into the wall together with that figure. The creature comes back and throws into the room what's basically a completely broken Artie, and you're thrown into the room again.
Yeah, Artie's just floppy going, oh, I want to wake up.
And again, you hear the voice, "This would have hurt me more than..." And then stops. "You're not father anyway." The creature doesn't seem to even look inside the room. It's just closing the door and again heading off.
While the creature does that, since now I'm in a hiding place, I want to use Peeper and see if there is anything that I can learn about killing this creature other than we should give it a heart attack.
Lots and lots of brute force, lots of hits, lots of ammo. Very powerful guns would work, but otherwise, it seems like the most damage she's gotten and the most skittish she's gotten has been because of something harming it with electricity in the past. That's what you gather from what you see of the creature. By the way, where Artie is on the ground, you feel like the bits and pieces of cloth and everything that I mentioned to other people around the room. You think that someone had gotten in that same situation and healed themselves up. So you can be sure someone else was exactly in this position beforehand.
Whilst Artie is on the floor, I just want to be able to check if there's anything I can do with the chip in its neck. Like if I think there's anywhere I'd be able to like override it from and effectively shut it down.
You can try to shut it down, but it's not going to be ruined. Like, you can't ruin it with the technology you have. You can just turn it off, and you think he could turn it back on if he wanted to.
Or take it out.
Would I need medical skills in order to take it out? So I'm gonna ask Cinder if she knows anything about medicine, effectively how to stop him from bleeding out the back of his neck as I try and rip it out.
We're gonna need to find some stuff downstairs if we're gonna do that.
Just as you say that, from downstairs you can hear this and some scratching around in the building, as if it's coming down again and all the way down into the shelter.
This might be our time. No, can you flip switch?
I'm gonna pull the lever immediately.
As the mechanism starts to activate and goes, and then you can hear the sounds of the baby downstairs.
I'm gonna watch just to see if it is going to die, how quick,
It seems to be lying there motionless, and now you see the two balls of light that you had on legs move towards it, and you see that while they're licking around and basically scanning around it, just cleaning it, their lights start to glow much more.
I just do a thumbs up and smile.
The Chico tells to Noel, you just bought yourself 1 week of not being fit to the...
Cinder gives Sachiko a disapproving look and frowns.
The Chico says to Cinder, why, you thought I gave him too much time?
I love you, woman, but you make me want to pull my hair out sometimes.
Can you just flop?